While the ability to move quickly is essential for the survival of many different kinds of creatures, some kinds of animals live at a more leisurely pace. There is a tendency for these creatures to move at a slower rate, which challenges the notion that speed is always considered to be required. Which terrestrial creatures, however, are the ones that have the title of being the slowest? Are you ready to learn something new? First, let's take a look at 10 different creatures that have adapted to a lifestyle in which there is no need to rush, and being slow can really be very beneficial. Number 10. Virginia opossum. In spite of the fact that it is able to climb and swim, the Virginia opossum Didelphis virginiana, which is the only marsupial species in North America, prefers to move around slowly on the ground. It walks in a lethargic and halting manner, and it can only attain a maximum speed of 4 miles per hour. When searching for food, these nocturnal critters will often forage in locations that are close to their dens. Nevertheless, they are capable of traveling up to 2 miles in some cases. Virginia opossums, roughly the size of a domestic cat, have developed a unique strategy to evade predators due to their lack of extreme speed. This strategy involves acting as if they are dead. Number 9. Komodo dragon. Varanus komodoensis, also known as the Komodo dragon, is the largest species of lizard in the world. They can only be found on the islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motang, which are all located in Indonesia. These apex predators love to spend hours in one location, patiently waiting to launch an assault when a nice meal happens to come their way. Despite the fact that they are capable of sprinting in short bursts of up to 20 kilometers per hour, 13 miles per hour, they prefer to spend their time in this manner. Komodo dragons have the ability to throw up the contents of their stomachs when they are in danger. This allows them to reduce their weight and ensures that they can leave more quickly. Number 8. American woodcock. When compared to the other creatures that move at a slower pace, traveling at a speed of approximately 28 miles, 46 kilometers per hour may be considered to be relatively fast. In spite of this, the American woodcock Scolopax minor looks to be a relatively slow bird in comparison to other species of birds, such as the peregrine falcon Falco peregrinus, which can achieve speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour, 200 miles per hour. The majority of the time, American woodcocks spend their time on the ground in dense woodland settings, where their brown and gray plumage serves as an efficient form of concealment. Their bodies are compact and bulky. In addition, they hold the distinction of being the birds with the slowest documented flight speed, since courting males may fly at a speed of about 5 miles, 8 kilometers per hour during their aerial displays. Number 7. Banana slug. The banana slug is a species of slug that is native to the moist forest floors of North America's Pacific coniferous rainforest zone. Its name is derived from the fact that it resembles a ripe banana. The banana slug's mobility is similar to that of a garden snail in that it moves by contracting and relaxing its one muscular foot, resulting in a motion that propels it along in a slow and steady manner. The maximum speed is approximately 6.5 inches per minute. On the other hand, in contrast to garden snails, slugs do not possess a protective shell, which makes them an apparent simple source of food. These slow-moving gastropods produce a thick, sticky mucus that is believed to contain chemicals that are repulsive to predators. They produce this mucus to deter potential attackers. Number 6. Garden snail. The muscles of the garden snail, also known as cornu aspersum, contract to move differently from other snails. The snail secretes mucus, also known as slime, to facilitate its forward movement and reduce friction between its body and the surface it moves on. This allows the snail to travel at an average speed of approximately 0.03 miles per hour, 0.048 kilometers per hour. The snail does this in order to defend itself by withdrawing inside its thick shell. The University of Exeter in England conducted a study in 2013 that used LED lights and UV paint to record the movements of 450 garden snails, revealing that these snails can occasionally increase their speed to approximately 3.2 feet per hour, 1 meter. Number 5. Gila monster. It is possible for the Gila monster, also known as Heloderma suspectum, to grow to a length of up to 22 inches, 56 centimeters, making it the slowest lizard in the natural world. These one-of-a-kind critters' black and pinkish-orange coloration, as well as their scales, which resemble beads and help them blend in with their dry environment, are what make them easily identifiable. A substantial amount of fat is accumulated by them as they spend the majority of their days resting underground. In the majority of cases, they are only vulnerable to being attacked by predators while they are hunting on the surface, and they are able to travel at a maximum speed of approximately 1 to 1.5 miles, 1.6 to 2.4 kilometers per hour. Number 4. Slow loris. Only Southeast Asia is home to the slow loris, also known as the nyctispus, the only poisonous primate in the world. These critters that are active at night have glands that produce toxins, which when combined with their saliva result in a venomous bite that causes potential predators to have allergic responses and agony. The venom is an essential defense mechanism for the loris because it moves at a modest speed in its arboreal habitat, reaching only 1.1 miles (1.9 kilometers per hour) at its highest speed. Number 3. Koala. Koalas, which are the closest living relatives of wombats, walk slowly because they have little adaptation to moving on the ground. Koalas are classified as Phascolarctos cinereus because of their low-calorie diet and the enormous amount of energy that is necessary to digest the eucalyptus leaves that they consume. They are able to experience stretches of sleep that last up to 20 hours. However, these tree-dwelling marsupials, which are indigenous to Australia, are capable of breaking into a run if necessary, reaching speeds of up to 18.6 miles (30 kilometers per hour) when they perceive something that threatens them. Koalas move in a manner that is comparable to that of other marsupials when they are on the ground, but they move through trees in a manner that is comparable to that of apes, according to a study that was conducted in 2019 and published in the Journal of Experimental Biology. Some days were more exciting than others in terms of koala activity. They do it a lot of sleeping, says Christopher Clemente, Ph.D., associate professor from the University of the Sunshine Coast, Australia, and one of the co-authors of the research, in a news release. Clemente is also one of the study's co-authors. Number 2. Galapagos giant tortoise. Currently, the Galapagos giant tortoise, also known as Chelonoidus niger, is the largest extant tortoise species. Its weight can reach up to 919 pounds (417 kilograms), making it the second largest tortoise species in the world. These long-lived reptiles can live anywhere from 100 to 150 years. On the other hand, giant tortoises move at a very sluggish pace, often between 0.2 and 0.3 miles per hour, 0.3 to 0.5 kilometers per hour. This is because of their enormous size, their hefty shells, and their metabolic rate, which has been modified for the purpose of conserving energy. Number 1. Three-toed sloth. A relaxed three-toed sloth spends its days lounging around in trees, chewing on leaves, and sleeping for anywhere from 15 to 20 hours from morning until night. Because of their extremely sluggish metabolism, which allows them to expend approximately 110 calories per day, these arboreal creatures, which are native to Central and South America, have a tendency to spend only about 10% of their time moving around. When they need to use the restroom, they travel at a speed of only 8 feet per minute, 2.4 meters when they climb down to the ground. This is a remarkable example of how slow they move. On the other hand, because of their weak hind legs and long claws, they are easy prey for predators, which is why they spend the majority of their time in their canopies protecting themselves. Because of their presence, they are able to increase their speed to around 15 feet, 4.6 meters per minute. Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting and informative videos.